Hello everybody. It has been a long time since I have done this, but I wanted to hop on here today because we've gotten so many new products in the last few months. And so I wanted to feature, while we still have some sales going on, I wanted to feature some of the new products that you might want to check out. So today's video is going to be about the new brow pencils, but I'm also going to do my eyes and my lips. My face is already done, blush is on, powder's on, just to save a little bit of time. And I've already tight lined my lashes just to save a little bit of time there for you as well. So what we're going to start with today are our new very fine precision brow pencils that we have. They come in 3 colors, taupe, brunette, and deep, I believe is the final color. The color I'm going to be using is the brunette. And in a perfect world, we generally will use 2 different colors because real hair, has a lot of colors in it. And so if you want to get the most realistic brow, you actually can do 2 different colors. But I'm just going to stick with the deep today, with the brunette, I'm sorry, because I've got a good bit of brows. Luckily, I still have a lot of brows, and I use our Lux and Lush, I can never say that right, every single day of my life on my brows and on my lashes. And it truly makes a huge difference for me. So we're going to start with the brows, and this is going to be a real quickie summer eye and a summer lip. First of all, brushing your brows up. Look, when they're down and then you brush them up, that's like an instant eye lift, facelift for any of us. So I'm going to take this very fine, and don't use a lot of pressure. There's a good bit of pigment in there and you don't need a lot of pressure. And for my own brows, it is just going to be a little tweaking right here in the front where I have lost a little bit of hair. It's starting to thin. Maybe there's a few gray ones peeking in there. So this is going to kind of go in and just give me a few little hair strokes. And then on the end, I'm going to come in and just make my tail a little bolder and come in from the top just a little bit, roll it up some more, and come down from the top and beef up the top of that tail just a little bit. So as you can see, and I'm going underneath, and you can really get technical and carve out the top of the brow and make it really beefy, but I like a super natural brow, so I'll leave mine kind of there. And see the difference? I didn't do a whole lot, but all I did was beef it up just a little bit. So let's real quickly do the other side. Come underneath, and I'm going to add, and the trick are these little hair strokes. You don't want to draw it. You just want to add a few natural, realistic looking strokes. They make stencils. There's all kind of ways to really become an expert with your brows, but I just like to fill in the hair I've got and just make them look, mine, but a smidge better. And then I come back through. I love that they put this on the end of the applicator because I love to be able to brush through my brows and separate the hairs and really make sure the color is blended all over. So that's the new brows. They go on super easy, super quick, and you do have 3 colors to choose from for that. They're waterproof, I believe. I haven't had any problems with them coming off or transferring, so they stay on beautiful. All right, so now let's do something fun for the eyes. And I want to mention also, this is a great time when we're having our buy one get one free sale to grab a set of brushes. If you've not replaced your brushes in a while, our brush set has powder, blush, foundation, a blendy brush, and the best angled eyeliner brush ever. And then the powder brush, the flat contour brush, is sold separately. So you get the big pack of brushes, but it's always a great time. Buy one for now, one for travel, or one for yourself, one for a Christmas gift, for down the road, that sort of thing. Okay, so for our eyes, this is going to be really simple. As you know, I'm all obsessed with our Golden Hour palette. I would say the majority of you have this already. If you don't, grab one of these, or 2 during BOGO. The bottom has got a bronzer and a blush, and then the top has got 6 shadows. Now, in my personal Golden Hour that I have upstairs in my bathroom, I actually have swapped and put a blue where that pale peachy, there's not a lot of pigment in that one. I didn't find that that was my favorite. So I've swapped them out for summer, and I've got this gorgeous mermaid color, which a lot of you love, but you don't know how to use. So I have swapped that out there. So, and that's the beauty of this palette, is that there are little holes in the back, and you just pop the colors out, and as you run out of a color, as you decide that it's not your favorite or the season is changing, you swap it out. You can't beat it for $40, give or take $1, to get that much product. And to me, it's not even about the product, it's about the packaging, it's about the case. I can go somewhere and it's this big and take this with me and pop colors in and out as I, acquire new favorites. We get something new and I want to take it with me, okay? So a real quick summer eye with this. I use my finger and I'm kind of packing this white on my lid. And I like to get pretty heavy with this white. I wish we had this white in a single color because it is my favorite white I've ever used. And I'm a big, I like these light colors on my lid. And I'll take a little smidge and just kind of pop it right in there. So that's kind of it for that. And then a little under the brows. And then I'm going to come back and add a little contour color on the side. I love the oranges, and I have on a corally orange romper today that won't stay up. And I just think for summertime, this palette came out in the winter or the fall, I believe, but I think it is a great summertime color. So I come over here in the side, and remember where you touch first is where you deposit the most color, and I'm going to work it in. Come back to the other side, even this up. And you don't want your shadow going below the eye. So if you need to put some tape there or a business card, you just kind of want to keep it in that little slot right there. I'm going to try to speed this up. Okay, now because I don't always want it straight orange, I do come in with a little of the color next to it, which I love that color right there. It reminds me of suede, I believe. It's a great flat matte brown, and I'll come and deepen right in there. And it takes some of the orange away right in there. So if you love the orange, but you don't want it to be straight up orange on your eye, that's how now when you look at it, you're not looking at me seeing orange eyeshadow. There are days when I just swipe it on and I want straight up orange, and that'll be the only color I use on my eye with some mascara, for a more natural looking day. So that's kind of going in there. And another color I'm obsessed with in this palette is that sangria looking color. So I'm going to wet this angled brush. I love how tiny this brush is. And I'm going to use that beautiful, gorgeous sangria right there and do a liner with it. Most of you know I always use powders as my liners. I will use the pencil on the inside of my eyeliner because they're waterproof. They go on great. Okay, so that's sort of the eyeliner. See how easy that was? And then I'm going to take just a little, and I try to keep it really in my eyelashes. Okay. And sometimes I go all the way across, sometimes I don't. So that's the basic eye. And then I will take a big fluffy brush that I just pick up at Marshall's or wherever and kind of blend it all together. And I want to make sure I don't have any fallout. So I'll come in here and just clean this up. And then for the blue, what I will do with the blue is, once again, I wet my brush. Because I know one of my friends, Lori, bought this palette the other day and she added on the mermaid. And she's like, I don't know how to do the blue. So sometimes when I'm in a mood, a Saturday night, I will put the blue straight on. But for the most part, my eyes look better with this darkness around it. And I love that color in there because it's not brown, it's not black, it's sort of it's just a bizarre color. But I will take this blue, and this is how I add the blue. I will come back with the blue and literally just go over that liner. I've always said in the past that I like to anchor my fun colored shadows with sort of a deeper color to make it a little richer. But then I can come back with the blue, and it adds that fun pop of blue underneath also. And you don't look at me and see blue eyeshadow, but it gives a little bit of whimsy and a little bit of blue. And you can make a beautiful gray. For those of you that love gray, you know, mixing this blue and a little bit of black, you get a really pretty gray around your eyes. So as you can see, that's not looking super blue. Let me see if I can zoom in and y'all can see a little better. Okay, all right, so that's a little more zoomed in. So see if you can see the blue a little better this way. And I just gradually build it up. And you've got to have the brush wet if you want to really pack it down and make it stick really good. So can you see how it's changing? It doesn't look straight up blue, but it's given a really fun little pop of color around my eye. And a little bit underneath. And I'm going to add a little more. I will come back with my finger and make sure I still have that white lid right there and not cover my blue up that I just did. And that's kind of it. Now I will put a little bit of Look Alive, and it's just a fun little summer eye that most of you have the palette already, but a little Look Alive. Look how that instantly just makes the eye pop and brighten. And then it also cleans up any fallout. And then also for those of you that really struggle with, you know, oily skin and your products transferring, the Look Alive helps with your liners and stuff transferring. Okay, so now for mascara, because that is my probably #1 go-to product is mascara. All right, so we will put, and I love the Top Shelf Mascara. It is a very dramatic mascara, so you know, you've got to sometimes wipe off the wand when you first open it when it's brand new because a lot of product comes out. But I just can build my lashes so fast. Other mascaras take me too long. And so I will put a really fast coat on. They might not all be separated. I might have to go on and tweak them. But I mean, look at that. Really quick, fast results. And then I will let it tacky up and set a minute and come back and put another coat. This is not a mascara that I can really add 3 or 4 coats later in the day, but I love that it curls my lashes up and they stay up all day. It curls them up and they stay. I have good lashes, and I'm telling you guys, if you're not using the Lush and Luxe, I mean, my lashes don't do this when I am not using that product. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. So it gives my lashes like a good hair day. It doesn't make them, I've used Restasis before, and that will make them actually longer, but the Lush and Luxe makes them lush and really full. So come back, that one's tacked up just a second, another little coat. I guarantee you, most of you spend way more time than this on your lashes. And if I do have any that are stuck together, they need a little separating, I come in here, and I didn't put any on the bottom, did I? I try to do less on the bottom these days because the more I do down there, you know, the more that's going to draw attention to circles and wrinkles and that sort of thing. So I try to go a little lighter handed underneath, but a little of this mascara goes a super long way. But if you really struggle with the eyelashes separating, as soon as you put your mascara on, you know, you'll just come through and curl. And part of making your eyes really go up is pushing these lashes. So I can take this naked nylon wand, I picked these up from Sally's, and really push my lashes up while they're still damp with product, and it just makes them go up even higher, like I put a 3rd coat of mascara on. All right, so push these up, and that's finished. So you can see the little bit of blue around the eyes. On camera, it looks a little gray. In real life, it's definitely a little bit more blue. And if you do happen to get a little boo-boo of mascara, let it completely dry. I've said that a million times. And then you just come in and it'll flick right away. And then for my lips, I don't like a straight up coral lipstick. So my go-to summer, Cherry Wine's always my favorite lipstick. But I've really had a lot of fun with GLAZEN. But what I will do to get my coral that I'm wanting today, because I have on this orangey coral shirt, is I'm going to outline with the GLAZEN, not do the whole lip. So my go-to lip has been the GLAZEN on the outline and the Rose Dust in the center, because you guys know I use Rose Dust every day of my life. But because I wanted that pop of coral, I'm using the Hibiscus. I can't use this one straight by itself. It's way too orangey, but it looks pretty mixed with the GLAZEN. Pop those together. And then when you see me, there's a pinkish undertone. It's a pretty summer color, but it is not straight up orange. But I do love coral lipsticks, but I just don't like straight coral. I have to usually mix them with a pencil. But the GLAZEN and those two colors together, it's perfect for what I have on today. I always finish with a little extra cream blush because I like my cheeks to be dewy. And I put my cream blush in here. As you can see, I've got two colors mixed together, the Tuscan and one of the pink ones, I'm not sure which, but I squirt them in there, I mix them, and I love the combination. And you get two of those and it will last you the rest of your life. You never have to buy another one. And then I always come in with a little of my Ultra Finish and my chisel brush. I called it a contour brush a while ago, chisel brush. And I just take off the edges. I'm not going to powder over that because I want it to stay creamy. I'm gonna come in under here and make sure that's a little lighter down there and there's no lines, and that's it. So I hope this helped you guys a little bit. We have gotten a lot of new products lately. Trying to zoom that back out. So we started with the eyebrow pencils. As you can see, I use very little of that, but it made a big difference really fast at pushing my brows up. We did a little of the golden hour, and I added the mermaid to this. And you know, when we have BOGO, you can get different colors. So you can mix and match your colors. So if you want to add some more fun things to this, you know, pop out and drop in. If you're not a bronzer girl, you can put your powder and your blush in here. So my all-time favorite compact that I've ever used before. New brushes, if you're low on brushes, because you know sometimes we just don't clean them like we should. And with BOGO, this is such a great price and a great deal for us. Go ahead and get another set. Put it away for later. Give it as a gift, whatever. A little bit of Look Alive under my eyes just for brightening right in there. And my little concoction of GLAZEN and Hibiscus. So something fun, and of course mascara. If I did want to add one final coat of mascara, I wouldn't do it all the way through my lashes. I would come in and only grab the tips and bend them and extend the length. See, look at that. Without combing all the way back through, because I don't want to make them spider leggy. I don't like leggy eyelashes. I like them to look all flushed, fluttered out like that. And so that's kind of what that's all about. And a little bit of cream blush to finish it because it gives me that dewy, summery. And I did already have on luminous tint and powder underneath. And that's all for the summer, I use luminous tint powder and a little flawless here and here where my pores are larger. I don't generally use a lot of liquid makeup in the summer unless I'm trying to be super, you know, fabulous for some event. So I try to, less is more for me in the summer. So I hope this helped with how to use your golden hour and add some fun colors with it. You know, mix and match your colors and have fun with it. So let me know if you have any questions. Bye.